Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with another video, and as you can see, this set has been on for 4 weeks and they still look pretty good. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is just going in with a pair of nippers to remove all of that bling. And for this, I just used the pair of nippers that I got from Dollar Tree. You don't need anything fancy, just to where you're able to remove your bling, because you also don't want to mess up your good nippers. So after we finish removing the bling, we're going to go in with the extra coarse safety drill bit to remove all of the colored acrylic. As you guys know, whenever I do colored acrylic, I always do a layer of clear underneath, so whenever I remove the colored acrylic, there's still going to be acrylic underneath, and we don't have to do a new set or anything. We just go in with a color change basically. So again, this is the extra coarse safety drill bit. We're just removing the colored acrylic, and I'm using my drill at 15,000 RPMs. As always, this is the Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill. And then also, I do want to mention that here soon I'm going to be reviewing their dust collector. And they have a regular dust collector that only collects the dust, and then they have one that has a drill attached to it, which is the one that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'll be sure to try it before I actually do the video to see how I like it, and then I'll be sure to let you guys know, because I know a lot of people ask me about this dust collector that I use, which is the Valentino dust collector that comes with the Valentino nail table. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and push back the cuticles. As always, this is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. And then also, as you can see, I did remove one of the nails on the other hand. The reason why I did that is because it looked a little dark underneath and I thought maybe it was a greenie, but it wasn't anything. I guess she just had something underneath her nail. But just to be safe, I went ahead and removed the nail and I'm just going to replace it for a new one. And also, right now, I'm just going in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. Remember, this is one of the most important steps when doing nails. You don't want to skip this because if not, you will get lifting. So again, that is a 180 sanding band. We're removing the shine, and then after this, we're going to move on to the next step. But I also wanted to mention that I know a lot of people always ask me, like, you know, how many fills can someone get before they get a new set? And honestly, it just depends on your client, you know, if they want a new set. But as you can see, her nails underneath are pretty long. This set has been on since June. What, actually, no, I think it was a little bit before June, the week before June. So in May, it was like the last week of May, and this is still the same set. So as long as the nails are not lifting or, you know, steady breaking, then you can keep the same set for as long as you want. I personally do not like my natural nails long underneath my acrylic, so that's why I do, you know, a new set on my nails often. But as far as your clients, you know, it just is really all a personal preference. But anyways, as you can see, now I'm going in and shaping up this nail. I'm using my 80/80 hand file, so just shaping the sides and then just blending the nail tip right in the middle. After this, we're going to dust the nails off, and then we're going to go in with the JC Beauty Concepts primer. We're applying that on the natural nail only. And after we finish applying the primer, we're going to go in with the JC Beauty Concepts Cover Blush Acrylic, which is a really pretty nudish pinkish acrylic, which you guys know that I've been using a lot. This is literally my second container. I think this one is like a 4-ounce container, and I've already used a full one, so that tells you how much I really like it. So as always, I do have a promo code for JC Beauty Concepts. I've really been liking their products. A lot of people have been getting them as well, and I've heard nothing but good things from them. So be sure to go check them out. My promo code is GetNailDirty2, and here soon I'll have some new colors or colored acrylics to try out from them, so I am pretty excited about that. So as you can see, we're just going to go in and apply the cover blush over all of the nails. So it's going to be pretty nice and simple, and then after we, you know, apply the acrylic and do all our filing, we are going to do like a white tip or white tips on all of the nails. But for the base, we're just going to go ahead and use this, and this is a core color, so you don't have to go in and encapsulate it or anything. Sometimes I do, just because a lot of the time I don't be wanting to like use up all of this color. So you could, you know, prevent that by just encapsulating it like you would, you know, any like actual colored acrylic. But for this, you know, since this is a new container of acrylic and it's completely full, I just went ahead and just only used this one. And as always, you know, whenever you're doing acrylic nails, especially with them being this long, you want to make sure that you have a nice apex and a nice thickness at the tip. Okay, and I did lie, so I am going in with the clear as you see me doing here. I forgot I did that, but you don't have to with these cover colors. I sometimes do just do the cover color by itself without encapsulating it, but since these nails again are long and we have to make sure that they have a nice apex, I went in with the clear. But I'm gonna do the same thing on all of the nails. Remember that whenever you are doing really long nails, you want to make sure that, you know, just like any other time, you pay attention to what you're doing to make sure that you are applying enough product to where your nails are not not gonna break off the minute they walk out the door. So as you can see, I'm doing kind of like a 4-ball method, and then I'm just adding more product as needed. But anytime you see me lift their finger up or her finger up, that's me checking the nail from the side, so I can know exactly where I need to add more product at. And then after we finish applying the acrylic, of course, we'll move on to the filing part. But also remember that whenever you are applying acrylic, you want to place your bead closer to the cuticle area, like as close as you can, but not on the actual skin. And then if you do get on the skin, just go around the cuticle area with the very tip of your brush. And then also I am using the number 12 brush by JC Beauty Concepts, which I really been liking here lately. I feel like since it's a little bit bigger than, you guys know I usually use the number 10 by Alpha Brush, this one's a little bit bigger, so I'm able to pick up a little bit more product at a time, so it helps with my speed as well. But keep in mind that whenever you're looking for a brush, I usually recommend that if you're a beginner, that you start off with something a little bit smaller. So like a number 10 or like a number 9 is a good size. You just want to make sure that you're not, working with too much product. You want to make sure that you're working with enough product that you can control and it's not running all over the place. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and continue doing this on all of the nails, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so we are on the other hand, and also another thing that I wanted to remind you guys is that you want to make sure that when you're working, you're steady wiping your brush off on the paper towel, because you don't want any of that product to get stuck in your brush, because if not, it's going to be really hard to get it out. And then also it's going to be hard for you to have a smooth application, because the product is going to keep getting stuck on your brush. And then you're gonna have to stop and let your brush soak in brush cleaner, and that's just too much. So the paper towels that I use are the Viva paper towels, and these are like the signature cloth, I think it's called, but you can get them from like Walmart, Dollar General, Target, wherever. Or you can use the blue paper towels. I don't know what they're called, but they're usually like in wherever the car stuff is, like well, yeah, that's usually where they're at. I know Sam's has a big pack of like, I don't know how many rolls are in it, but I know it was a big, huge pack for like $18. So definitely recommend either or if you guys know of any other paper towels that are good, be sure to let us know down in the comments. But I, again, use the Viva paper towels. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with the 80/80 hand file, and we're just going to be reshaping the nails. Of course, they're already that coffin shape, but we just want to make sure that we perfect it. So we're just going in on the sides at a 90-degree angle as well as the free edge. And also, because the nails are so long, make sure that you hold them whenever you're following the free edge. That way the nail doesn't just wobble all over the place. So we're going to do this on all of the nails. And again, y'all, 90-degree angle on the sides and the free edge. Make sure that you watch the way that you're holding your file, because if you're not holding it at a 90-degree angle, your nail is not going to be that perfect coffin. Because even whenever you follow the free edge, like if you just tilt your file even just a little bit, it's gonna round those corners off, and you don't want that to happen. So for the millionth time, it's 90-degree angle on the sides and the free edge. Alrighty, so I know y'all see how good that shape looks. So anyways, now we're going to go in and file with the e-file, and we're using this one at 10,000 RPMs, and this is the fine ceramic drill bit. And as always, we're just going around the cuticle area first, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And that's usually how I know. I know before, you know, when I was still getting lifting, like I was following around, but I wasn't really paying much attention. And then eventually, like, you know, I noticed that I was still getting a lot of lifting, so I focused more on that part. And I know people are asking, like, how do you know that you followed good enough? And I realized that I was, you know, doing that, like following enough to where I could see where, you know, there's like just a tiny separation between the cuticle and then the acrylic, because that way you know that you sealed the acrylic really good. But you know, this takes a lot of practice. It's not something that's going to come to you overnight. It took me a while, but you just have to spend a little bit more time, you know, when you're doing this, and just make sure that, you know, you're looking for those three things. And even then, you know, you still might get some lifting here or there, but you know, you just have to be comfortable when it comes to doing this step. I know at first, you know, I was scared that I would cut someone, but this drill bit, which is again the ceramic fine drill bit, is not too sharp, so you know, it's not so easy to cut someone. So definitely recommend getting this one. And I actually am gonna have this drill bit and then the extra coarse drill bit as well on my website once I restock. It's gonna be up really soon. I'm starting to get a lot of things, so I'll be sure to give you guys a date here soon on when the website will be back up. I know you guys have been waiting for a while now, but it is definitely coming for sure now. Alrighty, so after we finish filing all of the nails, we're going to go in with the buffer. And with this one, we are just making sure that we are getting rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff them really good, because you don't want to see any of those scratches through your polish. Alrighty, so next we just dust the nails off, and then I'm just wiping them off with an alcohol wipe. And then after this, we're going to go in with the Perfect White Gel Polish by Madam Glam. And we're going to be doing the tips on them. And the way I like to do it to get like that perfect smile line is just use a small nail art brush. I do the outline of the smile line, and then I go in and fill in the rest of the nail with the actual brush from the polish. But this for me is just a lot easier than going in with my cleanup brush, especially because it's like a really deep smile line to where it goes from, like, you know, sidewall to sidewall. So this is a lot easier. Again, this is just a small nail art brush. I will have these brushes on my website as well, and these are the same ones that I had the last time. So after we finish doing the outline, I go in with the polish and then just filling the sides. And then if you get, you know, like a little polish on the sides, or even like, you know, you overdraw the smile line, you can always just go in with your small cleanup brush and just clean that up. And what I do is I just dip my small brush into a little bit of acetone to where it's kind of wet but not dripping. And then I go in and clean up and then wipe my brush off. Alrighty, so now we're going in with a second coat. And I also want to mention, like when you see me tap the edge of the nails, that's not me taking the polish off. I know I have to do a video on this to, explain it a little bit better, but sometimes whenever you apply gel polish, because gel polish is, thicker than regular nail polish, sometimes it takes away from the shape, so it makes your corners look a little bit more round. So if you just gently tap the edges or the sides, it kind of gives us our shape back. And like I said, I have to do a video specifically on that to explain it, because I know you guys might not know what I'm talking about. But again, we're just going in with the second coat, and as you can see, if you get it on the like pink part, it's okay, because you can just easily go in and wipe it off with your brush, so don't worry about messing up. Alrighty, so after we've done the 2 coats on each hand and then cured for 60 seconds, or sorry, 30 seconds each coat, I'm going in with the JC Beauty Concepts gel top coat, and we're going to apply that on all of the nails. And then also, I know this said some people on my Instagram did not like them, but this, is not for everyone. I personally, feel like they look really good, but all that matters is that she loves them, and we don't really care what other people have to say. But anyways, again, this is just the JC Beauty Concepts gel top coat. We're applying it on all of the nails and curing for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty, super long, and I just love those two colors together. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GettingOld32, and I'll see you guys next time.